Well, Arsenal's second signing of the January winter transfer window is on plane to London to undergo his medical. He goes by the names of Jakub Kiwior, coming in from Spezia to Arsenal. It has been confirmed by the likes of Fabrizio Romano, Di Marzio, and very many other people around the transfer news or the transfer deal of this guy, and a photo has been really taken of him as you see it there onto the left hand side of the screen when he's really making his way to a side known as the airport in Spezia to board to Arsenal in London to undergo his medical. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. How are you guys and where are you watching us from? Camavinga to Arsenal on loan is a story that really surfaced late in the night, but obviously Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead to give us a conclusive decision coming in from Real Madrid as far as Camavinga to Arsenal is concerned. That's something else that we're going to talk about. And what Mikel Arteta talked about Jakub Kiwior in his press conference ahead of the game that Arsenal is going to be playing against Manchester United tomorrow at the Emirates. That's it, and let's get this rolling into the better way that you guys really need to know about it. Smash the like button and guys subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Let's start off with a story coming in from Mikel Arteta. When asked about Kiwior, he said, "I can't talk about players we haven't finished." Arsenal manager said, that is Fabrizio Romano quoting, but then he told us that deal already signed between Spezia and Arsenal, just waiting on medical tests to be completed over the weekend. So that's what Mikel Arteta said, and this is something that we've always known about these managers. Every time they asked about players, however much we've known that the deal is here, we know the deal is pending medical and registration with the Premier League, they always come out and say, "I can't talk about a player who is not my player." So that is it, but obviously that is done and dusted. As we know, Kiwior is on his way to London, and then a man known as Di Marzio was the first to let us know about a player known as Kiwior on why he is on plane to a side known as London. He told us that Jakub Kiwior will travel to London today, that is Saturday, to undergo his medical to undergo his Arsenal medical at London Conley, and obviously after that he confirmed to us that Jakub Kiwior is currently on his way over to London, meaning that he had boarded the plane and he was really traveling to London. So that is great news for Arsenal fans all over the world, that Jakub Kiwior is one of those players that Mikel Arteta has been scouting for some time, and he has gone ahead to really do this deal under the ladder with the help of Edu, and they've managed to really bring the player to Arsenal to really act as a backup for Gabriel Magalhaes, because Gabriel Magalhaes has always been a player that has played every game this season. Every game this season, Gabriel Magalhaes has played it. 18 games in the Premier League. He played all the six group stages, all the six group stage games of the UEFA Europa League. He played the Carabao Cup game that Brighton knocked out Arsenal, and he also went ahead to play a game of a team called Oxford in the FA Cup. So it shows you that this man has been playing very many games and needed the backup to come out through to help him in resting some time, such that he's rotated with Kiwior. And obviously the signing has already been brought to Arsenal on plane flying to London to undergo his medical, that is Kiwior. And the man who really broke this story also came out and really confirmed to us that Jakub Kiwior will touch down at London Luton ahead of completing his Arsenal medical this morning. He will then watch Arsenal versus Manchester United tomorrow with Edu. Deal said to be done pending work permit. So this man knows as Thomasis. He is the man that broke this deal that is really done and dusted. That's it. So after letting us know that the deal is done and dusted, he has gone ahead to let us know that he is going to land down at London Luton, that is the airport where he is going to land, and obviously he is going to undergo a medical, obviously at London Conley. When you say morning right now, I think right now, by time of recording, it's 10:38 a.m. in UK, meaning that it's still morning, and he's really going to jet in the morning because he's using a private jet, and he's really going to jet in London in the morning to London Conley, undergo a medical, and after undergoing a medical, it has been confirmed that he will watch Arsenal versus Manchester United tomorrow with Edu. That's it. He's going to watch the game of Manchester United and Arsenal with Edu. Remember, tomorrow Arsenal is hosting Manchester United at the Emirates. Obviously, he's going to feel the vibe of the Emirates, and if at all you're going to be on the screens, you're going to be flashed this player, Jakub Kiwior, onto your screens, and you'll be knowing that Arsenal have really gone ahead to sign in a left back, and obviously the deal will be done pending work permit. That means he might get his debut in the game of Man City, because that's when his work permit is going to be done. I think the work permit will take like 3-4 days, and by Thursday next week, registration of this player would have been done and dusted, and everything will be really in line to see to it that Jakub Kiwior starts playing for a team called Arsenal. But it has been confirmed to us that he's on his way to London and is on plane to London. And let me show you the photo, courtesy of Gianluca Di Marzio. That is the photo that Di Marzio really produced to us of a player known as Jakub Kiwior all on his way to the airport to board to go to London to undergo his medical. That is the player, 22 years of age, left back, who is really a versatile player. He can play as a left back. He can play as a central defender on the left side of the central defense. He can play as a central attack midfielder. So he's 3-in-1. He's like Ben White. Ben White can play as a central defender. He can play as a right back, and he can play in the central defensive midfield. So that is a player known as Jakub Kiwior, signed to Arsenal, and anytime from now he's going to be landing in London to undergo his medical. That is Jakub Kiwior, and I believe either on Monday or Tuesday Arsenal will announce this player to see to it that he is really into the know of you people that who really support Arsenal and watch this channel massively. Then Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead and really thrown more light about the medical of Jakub Kiwior. He's telling us that Jakub Kiwior will complete his medical tests in London as new Arsenal player today. Then he will be at the Emirates. Plan confirmed as 25 million euro deal will be signed as on player side soon. Arsenal and Spezia have already signed documents yesterday afternoon. That is Fabrizio Romano. So he's going to be medical tests are going to be completed today at London. If at all you never knew, there are 3 medical tests that are really done on this player. That's it. 3 medical tests that are really done on the player. Obviously, after passing the medical, he is really going to be unveiled as an Arsenal player. Put on that shirt number, put on that red and black jersey, black and pink. Then we'll be knowing what shirt number is he going to be donning in at Arsenal. Then the rest will be history. The player will be confirmed and unveiled by Arsenal as a done and dusted deal, making it their second signing of the winter transfer window. After missing out on Mikhailo Modric, Arsenal have not sat back. They've gone ahead to really go high and deep, all strong into the transfer market, and 2 players are right now on their ladder, and they've really gone ahead to sign them, and those deals are done and dusted as confirmed to us by Fabrizio Romano. Trossard unveiled yesterday, then Jakub Kiwior in London today, arriving for his medical. Then his unveiling will be done as soon as possible, maybe on Sunday or on Monday, as far as things are really concerned with Arsenal. Now, yesterday night we got a story coming in from Darren Bent and Alex Crook that ambitious from Arsenal to target Camavinga, but from conversations I've had tonight, it seems high unlikely Real Madrid would even contemplate it. Sorry at Darren Bent, that is Alex Crook. So it looks like Arsenal have been one of those teams really trying to really get the deal of Camavinga onto them on loan. But that really shows you that there is a lot of uncertainty of Camavinga, because he has been taken off the field even before the 45-minute mark very many times this season by Carlo Ancelotti, the manager of Real Madrid, meaning that there is a lot of uncertainty in the camp of Real Madrid on Camavinga. They bought him 40 million euros from, is it Lille or Marseille, and they brought him to Real Madrid. Last season, he was a little bit promising, but this season, I think he has really dropped off. And maybe there might be something in it that really raised this story. And maybe it's the agent that really threw it out, that the player that Arsenal is interested in this player on loan, because who delivers this news to the journalists that really pulled it out? It's the agents of the players. Maybe the agents of these players were the ones that really put out this story, but obviously it has been turned down by Alex Kruk and obviously a man known as Fabrizio Romano. And Fabrizio Romano, in his own words, said today on YouTube that Real Madrid have no intention of allowing Eduardo Camavinga go out on loan. That's what Fabrizio told us about a deal of Eduardo Camavinga. So when you look at Arsenal, it shows you that they are really searching for a midfielder, a central midfielder. If at all they are linked to Eduardo Camavinga, that means they have been looking in for a central midfielder. What does that show you? Arsenal might go in for midfielder next. After signing Jakub Kiwior, Leandro Trossard, they are going in for midfielder and maybe that Transneda guy who plays for Valladolid. So watch around on those two deals, Transneda and a midfielder coming in for Arsenal, especially who plays in a Thomas Partey position, because Thomas Partey looks like he's irreplaceable and El Nini looks like he's turning into an injury-prone player. I think like 2-3 days back, I read that he really had what we call an injury, and remember he has just returned from injury, and then if at all he's back, that means Arsenal no longer need a player like him, and they now know how hard it's going to be for them without a player like Thomas Partey if at all he gets an injury. So when you look at Arsenal, the only options they have apart from El Nini, it's Lokonga, Sambi, and obviously looks like the manager doesn't trust him a lot. Though the games he played when Thomas Partey was away, he really went ahead to control that midfield, apart from the game of Manchester United that they lost. But the rest of the games, he played them very well. Arsenal played well against a side known as Fulham, Aston Villa. Then which other team? He played like 3 games when Thomas Partey was away, but Thomas Partey returned and obviously took over that position. And Albert Sambi Lokonga looked really annoying in the game they played against Oxford. He never looked like a box-to-box midfielder, as many Arsenal fans were calling for Mikel Arteta to play him as a box-to-box midfielder, because every time he's played as a box-to-box midfielder, he has really gone ahead to thrive. That is a man called Sambi Lokonga. So let's wait and see who is the central midfielder Arsenal is going to go in for this summer, because they know how important Thomas Partey is. They don't want to be in the same scenario like what United is in tomorrow, because a player that plays as a CDM and one of the best players of Erik ten Hag this season, Casemiro, was booked and he is out for the game of Arsenal, meaning that if at all even Thomas Partey misses out for a single game and Arsenal loses it, you will never know what's going to happen outside there. So let's wait and see what your thoughts are going to be onto these stories, but go in and really tell me what you think about Jakub Kiwior on plane to London to undergo his medical. Then your thoughts on Camavinga to Arsenal. Do you think if he comes in at Arsenal, he would have been a player that complements that midfield three a lot? So your thoughts onto that are welcome in the comment section below, and keeping it in mind that Real Madrid and Arsenal are really close teams. They've always done business together. They brought in Mesut Ozil from Real Madrid. That was a permanent deal, paid on cash. Then Ceballos on loan, then later returned to Real Madrid. Odegaard came on loan in the January of last year. He played up to the summer. Then Arsenal went in for him on the summer and paid close to £30 million to really make the deal permanent from Real Madrid. So it shows you that Real Madrid and Arsenal are really having good connections. That's it. But will they allow Camavinga to come this side? Fabrizio Romano is telling us that they are not even thinking about it, of really letting Camavinga go. But if at all you've been following the situation at Real Madrid, Camavinga looks like he's a player who is not happy. He really feels like, I shouldn't be here. And Arsenal is one of those teams that has really gone ahead to trust the young talent to really go ahead and really forfeit their season to where they are, topping the Premier League with 49 points and 5 points ahead of City in the second place. I'll sign out for now. See you later. May the Almighty Lord bless you abundantly. I know the other video, people have been complaining about sound. Sound has been fixed. There was a little glitch into the other video, but obviously I'm back with a much better sound, and I'm so audible than never before. Bye-bye.